What's going on, guys? It's Jen Rucker here with Empower Network Massive Earnings. Um, I've already tried to record this dang video about 5 times, and the internet keeps going out on me. So I decided to bring in my drink and see if that maybe will help the process. But this information is really important, so I'm going to keep chugging away and get this information to you. Today, we're going to be talking about freedom. And I get this from one of the first books that spoke to me about freedom and goals and where I want to go in life. And that book was 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. You may have heard of it. And the biggest part of that book that spoke to me was freedom of time, money, and mobility. So when you look at your day-to-day job and what you're doing, what kind of freedom is it providing to you? What are your goals? Where are you now, and where do you want to be? And is that job going to be taking you there? So I kind of want to look at this with you guys and go through a couple scenarios. For me, I got a job right out of college. It was a corporate job. I was up at 4:45 in the morning, getting home at 7:30 at night. Barely had time to cook a meal or go out to eat before I went to bed, and I just didn't have any of that time. I had no time for me. Here, I'll put Jen's job. So I had no time, but the company paid pretty well. I was making a pretty good amount of money straight out of college, so I'd say the money was pretty good. But then again, we were discouraged from taking time off. We had vacation days, not very many, and even then we weren't even supposed to take them. So I had the money, but I didn't have the time or the mobility. So that's when I realized that this job's got to go, and I quit. Went and traveled to Australia and spent some time trying to figure out what it is I want and where I want to go. You may be in a similar position. Maybe you have an office job where you're making good money, once again, but you don't get time off, so you don't have to travel the world, and you just don't have time, period. Do you have a family? Do you have hobbies? Do you have time to go do this? Or are you hitting traffic on the way home just so you can grab a bite to eat, watch some TV, and go to bed? Are you on autopilot? Are you doing the same thing every day because you don't have any time to do anything else? These are the type of things you need to become aware of, okay? Maybe you even have a sales job, right? Maybe you're new to the sales job, right? So you're not getting very good money. You're on 100% commission and you haven't built up your leads yet, okay? So you're not making any money, but you get to travel a little bit. Maybe you get to fly all over the U.S. Maybe your territory's all over the place. So you got that mobility, but what are you spending when you're out there traveling? Are you enjoying yourself, or are you working? Do you have time, and are you spending that time with your family? Okay, or are you just spending it, in a hotel rooms in between working? Okay, so look at these different scenarios and figure out, is this what makes sense for me? Is this going to get me where I want to be? I know for me, I want to live in South America. I maybe want to write a book or try out new hobbies, and this job sure as hell wasn't going to get me there. It was going to give me the money, but I didn't have any time to spend it. So maybe you're running into the same thing with your job. And what happens when you're in a job like that, I don't know if you watch one of my other videos about awareness, is that you just basically become on autopilot. You're not even making conscious decisions about what you're doing day to day. You're just doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you go home, go to bed, and wake up in the morning and do it all over again. And things don't have to be that way. That is not how we have to live. And I think that people forget that they have those options because 90% of the people around them are doing the same thing. Well, we should be following the 10% that aren't doing that, not the 90% that are. There's a lot of people that in the 10% that are actually living healthy, fulfilling lives, doing what they want and making the money they want. And that brings me to my next position or program, Empower Network, excuse me. And I'm so excited that I learned about this company, and it's my duty to at least tell you about it, because the cool thing about them is it's going to give you the opportunity to do all three. You're going to be making about up to $1,000 a day. Some of these guys are making that much or even more. That's $365,000 a year. So, maybe at your best at your job, you're going to be making $100,000. So this is going to be your best option for making that kind of money. So you definitely got your money. And how about your time? Well, a lot of these guys are working 1.5, 3 hours a day, maybe 40 hours a week at the most. That's sure as hell a lot less than what I was working at my full-time job. So you're definitely going to have your time and flexibility to do what you want. And this is the internet, guys. We can do this anywhere in the world. And we're making American dollars doing it. So you got your time, your money, and your mobility with Empower Network. And this company pays 100% commissions, unlike a lot of these other companies out there that claim to be able to give you this type of money. You're going to get 100% of your commission. So this is going to be a really good tool to be able to reach those goals that you set for yourself. So you just need to decide, is this office job or is this sales job getting you to where you want, or do you need a new answer? Empower Network, it can be that answer, if you choose to take advantage of it. So, if that's something you want, if you're realizing that the road you're going down isn't the road you want to be on, then, enter your information in the right panel, learn some information about it, watch one of the videos, write me a comment on here and let me know what your questions are. And, the path that you're on can change. And living in South America is definitely a potential. So until then, or until next time, my name is Jen, and I appreciate you guys listening. Bye-bye.